also represent the ones who aren't doing that, who can't do that, because their lives were permanently, irrevocably upended by this terrible virus. COVID-19 hit Los Angeles County hard and hit frontline county workers among the hardest. It was SEIU 721 nurses, support staff, and other healthcare workers in our county hospitals, fighting day and night as cases surged and hospitals overflowed with patients. They saw the true cost of this pandemic. They watched as our neighbors labored to breathe, fighting on ventilators until they couldn't fight anymore. They spent weeks away from their families, quarantined in hotel rooms, knowing that each day that they went to work could be the day they contracted the virus. Still, they went through those doors bravely, knowing they'd witness unbearable heartache. While our healthcare workers witnessed the ravages of the disease firsthand, it was SEIU 721 county workers who dealt with the physical, emotional, and economic fallout, making it possible for the community to shelter in place. County workers kept our streets passable for ambulance and delivery drivers. And as homes overflowed with cleaning supplies and delivery supplies, sanitation services continued without interruption. And it was county workers who maintained our beaches, parks, and green spaces. The economic pressures, uncertainty about outbreaks, and mandatory close quarters greatly increased the risk to our county's most vulnerable citizens. My fellow social workers fulfilled our mission by protecting those most at risk by using creative solutions to continue visiting homes and facilities to keep our most vulnerable children and families safe. As millions of Americans lost their income and their need for safety net services skyrocketed, it was county social services workers who provided desperately needed help to the unemployed, the elderly, and the destitute. DPSS workers contracted COVID at some of the highest rates in our union, all in the service of the public. And in the unseen spaces and margins of our society, county mental health workers provided the unhoused and those at risk with the information and the resources they needed to protect themselves, averting even greater mass death and public health emergencies. Our county clerks ensured that life continued. Marriage certificates were processed, properties were assessed, and the wheels of justice moved. We were even able to successfully conduct one of the most pivotal elections in our nation's history. This is only a fraction of the effort and sacrifice done by LA County workers in service to our community over the past 15 months. Many, many more pivoted from their normal duties to become public health workers, doing the educational work, contract tracing, and supply drops that allowed us to contain the virus as much as possible. 2 weeks ago, Governor Newsom announced that California is reopening. He did it here in Los Angeles County. Without county workers, without us, that announcement doesn't happen. The triumphant press conference was made possible by an ocean of sweat and tears and by too many deaths. For many, the COVID toll was felt indirectly. It was experienced through a screen or maybe a newspaper while safely at home. But for essential county workers, it was an everyday reality of life and death. Top managers and elected officials dragged their feet for months when it came to providing PPE at almost every level. Hospital staff were forced to make do with whatever protection they could scrounge up and reuse, even if it was meant to be disposable. As we braved the shameful lack of supplies and attention, the county made sure to let us know that the pandemic was wreaking havoc on budgets, with whispers of furloughs and layoffs hanging over our heads at all times. Now it's June 28th, and California is back open. The county has received billions in funding from the American Rescue Plan, and they're pretending like the last 15 months never happened. Instead of honoring the work and sacrifice of our county employees with Heroes Pay for All and a meaningful investment in our workforce, they're prioritizing everything but the very people who gave everything to get us to this place. My predecessor as president of the union was Linda Dent. She proudly served this county for 44 years. She had a vision for what this county could be and what it meant to be a county worker. She knew that county workers don't just serve the community, we are the community. And through our union, united with community organizations to fight at the bargaining table for policies that would uplift the entire poor and working class whether they were county workers or not. She was also a powerful leader that never backed down from a fight for justice. Last month, Linda passed away, joining the many brothers and sisters that we've lost over this past year, but I know that she's here with us today in spirit. Make no mistake, SEIU 721 LA County workers stand on the shoulder of giants, and we can't let them down. We will not allow county management to denigrate the sacrifices that our SEIU 721 members have made. For over a year, they've called us heroes. Now they want us to shut up and go back to work. We all see it. Behind me are the messages from county workers to the board. Summing up their feelings in just one word: unappreciated, offended, infuriated, demoralized. Is this how you treat so-called heroes? We deserve more than empty platitudes and a pat on the head. We've given too much, and our families have given too much.